Okay, so continuation lang tayo ng topic natin last week, which is voided functions. So now let's try to create voided functions with array. So na-discuss naman natin kung anong array. Okay, so let us first define our goals for this particular meeting. So number one, so we must use functions that does not return a value. So void yun. Number two, uh, we must incorporate arrays in this sample program. So ano ba yung mga operation? So we must define operations involving arrays. So letter A, ano ba sila? Letter A, we are using insert. So insert an array. Letter B is delete an array. Letter C is search an array. Number 4, also we must include, do, or incorporate the do while loop. So we'll save this as a sample function. Okay. So first we need to discuss this, or I mean to include this thing. So hash include syempre basics stdio.h hash include conyo. So if conyo doesn't work on your machine, that's okay. Pwede nyo tanggalin yan. And then first, let's make the function of array insertion. So paano gagawin natin? First, we must declare the void and then the name of the function. So insert array, and then we must declare variables. So int array 100, comma, position, comma, counter, comma, number of array, comma, value. So ito yung mga gagamitin natin to insert an array into to perform the operation insertion in arrays. Okay. So first, we must define how many elements that we will include in our array. So printf. So enter number of elements in an array, semicolon. And then scanf. So magi-input tayo ng kung ilang number of arrays. So we will use yung number of arrays. Comma and number of arrays. And then let's input the values. Next, so nakapag-define na tayo kung gaano kadami yung arrays. Now next is we will input the elements or the index in the indexes of the array. So printf, so prompt muna, enter %d, so kung ilang arrays yon, ipoprompt lang natin, elements, so comma, number of arrays. So dapat may s to, para magano, yan. So enter number of arrays. And then for loop, for counter equals 0, counter less than number of arrays, counter plus plus. So that's the first loop. So ang gagawin natin dito is mag-scanf tayo, %d, comma, and array index counter. So ilalagay lang natin yung mga ini-input nating counter or ini-input nating arrays bilang elements, depende kung ano yung bilang ng for loop counter natin. So let's say counter equals 0. So may insert siya sa array index 0 and then nag-iterate. Array index 1 na to. So, maisa-save yung in-input nating array sa index 1. Okay? Next is, we will need a prompt again. So, enter the location where you want to enter the array or the element. Yan. And then, we need the scanf or an input. So, using the position na variable. Yan. And then, so next we will ask for what is the input. So, enter the element or the value of the element. The value of or value to insert. Okay? So, syempre, kailangan natin ng scanf. So, copy na lang natin to. So, instead of position, we will put value. Yan. And then, printf. So, next, we will print the result. So, the result is \n. And then, next, another for loop. So, for c equals 0, c is less than or equal to n. Or, sorry, na-shortcut ko na naman. So, counter number of arrays counter plus plus. So, as a simple for loop lang to na magka-count tayo ng mga array elements natin or yung lahat ng laman ng array elements. And then, we need to print them. So, printf %d \n comma array counter. Yan. So, recap lang natin yung source code na nangyari. So, first, we will need to enter how many elements in an array. Next is, ipiprint natin yung number of elements na lagay natin dito. And then, we need to count the arrays. And then, we will put the arrays depending on the counter on this for loop. So, magdedepende itong for loop na to kung anong number of arrays yung in-input natin sa taas. Or dun sa first prompt. Okay? So, scanf %d, comma, and array, insert lang niya yan. And then, dito, nanghihingi tayo ng array na i-insert niya sa loob ng bagong position at bagong value. And then, dito, doon natin siya i-insert. Okay? Next, kailangan natin siyang wait, parang may kulang pa. So, okay, so kailangan muna nating maglagay ng mga sorting. So, next, for c counter equals number of array minus 1. Then, counter greater than equals to position minus 1, c minus minus, kasi kailangan kailangan nating malaman yung exact position para ma-move yung elements. So, ito yung ginagawa nito para ma-move yung elements na ginagamit or paglalagyan natin ng bagong array. And then, we need to put array and then c plus 1 kasi we need to plus 1 it for the elements to move. Kung sakaling may existing doon, ilalagay natin siya ngayon sa array or baliktad ilalagay natin tong array na to. Yung laman ng array na to, ilalagay natin sa c plus 1. So, let's say array index 5. So, magiging plus 1 siya. That will be array index 6. So, yun yung new element na in-insert natin. So, since 100 naman yung array na naka-declare sa taas, wala namang problema yon. So, napakarami nating pwedeng gawin. So, next is, kailangan natin makuha yung position ng paglalagyan. So, array position, index position minus 1 will be equal to value. So, yung nilagay nating value dito, so, dun siya, may insert siya sa position na to, minus 1. So, since ang array nga ay nag-i-start sa 0, might as well gawin nating minus 1 yon. Kasi kapag yung array ay 5, so that means we have 6 elements at 5 lang yung sa position. So, ma-minusan natin siya ng isa. So, 5 minus 1 would be 4. And then, sa array natin, syempre, or sabi natin 4 lang, minus 1 is 3. So, para mag-equalize lang itong dalawa, para magtama yung element na pinaglalagyan natin. And then, ito, tanggal dito to. So, value, array C, value. Then, let's try this, kung gagana siya. Okay. So, main. Gawa tayo na main function. And then, let's call insert array. F11. Oops, may error. Shortcut ko siya palagi. Ayan. Oops, may error na naman. Print F. Oops, may error na naman. C. Lagi ko na shortcut. C is equals to counter kasi. Ayan. So, enter number of elements. So, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, enter the location. I want to enter it in 3. And then, 20 yung value. So, nadagdag siya doon sa index number 3. And then, na-move yung ibang array. Okay? So, yung 3, naging 4 na siya. And then, ayusin lang natin yung prompt dito na may backslash n. Yan.